Hey guys, and welcome back to Global Bites. Today, we're making lasagna.
At first, lasagna seems kind of complicated, but in reality, it's really just layers of pasta, sauce, and cheese stacked together.
Before we start cooking, we want to just share a little bit about where lasagna actually came from.
Lasagna comes from Italy, specifically the region of Emilia-Romagna, known for many rich and traditional dishes. The original version there is called lasagna alla bolognese, made with fresh pasta, a slow-cooked meat sauce, and a creamy white sauce called bechamel instead of ricotta. But what's even more interesting is that the idea of lasagna, like flat sheets of dough layered together, actually goes back to ancient times. And the word itself comes from a Greek term, laganon, which referred to flat pieces of dough. So in a way, people were making early versions of lasagna way before modern Italy ever existed. Over time, as the dish developed in Italy, it became more structured and refined, especially with the introduction of ragu, a slow-cooked meat sauce. And that's when it started to resemble what we think of a lasagna as today.
When lasagna came to the United States, it changed a little bit, mostly because ingredients and cooking styles were different. And that's when ricotta cheese became more common instead of bechamel, since it's easier to use and a bit quicker to prepare. Lasagna also became really popular because it's a meal that's meant to be shared. It feeds a lot of people, it's filling, and it's something you usually make for family dinners or gatherings, which is probably why it became such a classic comfort food. And now there are so many different versions of it around the world, like vegetarian versions, different types of meat, even modern variations. But the basic idea has stayed the same this whole time, layering simple ingredients in a way that builds flavor over time. So today, we're keeping things simple and making a classic version that's easy to follow, but still really good. Before we start cooking, we're gonna go through each of the ingredients that we will be using. For the meat sauce, we have ground beef and Italian sausage. And for the tomato part of the sauce, we have store-bought pasta sauce that we will mix in with the ground beef and the Italian sausage.
For seasoning, we have salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning, which is basically just a blend of basil, oregano, and thyme, which create an Italian flavor. Next, for the layers of cheese, we have ricotta, mozzarella, and Parmesan for a sharper and saltier flavor in the dish.
We also have an onion and some garlic, which are really important because they will form the base of our sauce and will add a lot of flavor right from the start, and along with olive oil, which will be used to cook everything.
Finally, we have oven-ready lasagna sheets, which basically just means we can skip boiling everything and just layer everything directly, as long as we have enough sauce to help it cook evenly in the oven.
Alright, so we're gonna start off with our meat sauce because that's the part that takes the longest and builds most of the flavor. So we'll move over to the pan. Now that we're at our pan, we'll add some olive oil. So first, to prepare for our sauce, we're going to chop up our onion. Now that our onions are chopped, we'll go ahead and mince our garlic. Once our oil has warmed up, we'll go ahead and add our chopped onions into the pan. After our onions have cooked for around 2 minutes and have softened, we'll go ahead and add in our chopped garlic.
Next, we pour in our Italian sausage and ground beef. Now we're gonna break it up and make sure it all browns evenly. Make sure there's no pink left.
Now that our beef has cooked and our has simmered, we'll go ahead and pour in our pasta sauce. Now we will mix this up. Now that it has started to simmer with our tomato sauce, we'll go ahead and add our seasoning. We'll start off with some salt, some black pepper, and finally some Italian seasoning to finish it off. Now go ahead and mix it up.
While that's simmering, we're gonna make the cheese mixture, which is really simple but important for the texture. In a bowl, we're gonna add the ricotta cheese, some Parmesan, and salt and pepper, and mix until it's smooth.
You can also add an egg here if you want the layers to hold together better when you slice, but it's optional. But we'll go ahead and add an egg. We'll go ahead and mix this until it's all smooth.
Now that we have all the ingredients ready, we'll start layering the lasagna.
We will start with a thin layer of sauce on the bottom of the baking dish so nothing sticks. Then we will add a layer of our oven ready noodles, making sure to cover as much of the surface as possible. Next, we'll grab our cheese mixture. We will spread a layer of this, and it doesn't have to be perfect, just try to get it relatively even. Next, we will add in another layer of our meat sauce. Go ahead and spread it evenly on our cheese layer. After that, we will add a layer of mozzarella cheese.
Now we'll repeat the process. Noodles, ricotta, sauce, mozzarella, and build up the layers.
Now we'll finish this off by topping it off with mozzarella. So now that our lasagna is ready for the oven, we're going to set the temperature to 375 degrees to bake. Now we'll put it into the oven at 375 degrees.
Now we're gonna let it bake for 30 to 45 minutes until the cheese is melted and slightly golden.
Now we'll go ahead and take it out the oven.
Once it's out of the oven, we're going to let it rest for a little bit, about 10 to 15 minutes, which is really important because if you cut it too soon, it'll just fall apart.
After it cools slightly, we can slice it and actually see all the layers how we made. Thank you for joining us on episode 2 of Global Bites. See you next time.
What's up, guys? It's Mr. Studley here, and we are in the basement of Baldwin, right around the corner from my classroom, and I'm gonna sample some lasagna, right?
Yeah.
I think you should know I'm Irish. Like we eat like boiled potatoes and like bread with no butter, you know? So like anything that tastes good tastes great. So I could be like the audience you're looking for, but I do enjoy lasagna. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna dig in and see how this goes.
Please.
Shout out Huskies. This is before the Final Four, so I got a lot of games hopefully to watch this weekend. I don't need to have a bellyache. All right. Lasagna. Is this like a 3-cheese lasagna or something? Is that
Yeah,
Yeah,
3
3
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah, so
3
we got-
cheese?
Yeah.
Not 4 cheese.
3 cheese.
Three
Yeah.
cheese,
So we
yeah.
got ricotta,
Mozzarella.
Parmesan,
And mozzarella.
mozzarella.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
all 3.
Perfect.
Yeah.
First impression, this is delicious.
Thank you.
Glad to hear.
Are we like at a time limit? Do I have to eat the whole thing?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Can I eat the whole thing?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
it's really good.
Yeah, it's for you.
It looks good. It looks good. Like I look at that and I'm like, I want to eat this.
Good. Yeah, we have
My wife like watches a lot of like the food shows, you know,
Yeah.
like cooking shows on TV and stuff. I'd much rather watch like a Yankee game or UConn hoops,
Fair enough.
but it's on a lot, so I end up kind of sneaking a peek. And I know that they talk about what it looks like, presentation. And it looks good. Tastes good.
Nice.
Honestly, it tastes like homemade.
Mm.
I'd probably eaten more like fake lasagna than real lasagna in my
Right,
life.
yeah.
It tastes like it's good, man.
What would you rate it?
Honestly, I'd give it a solid A.
Okay. Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
I mean, it's like it's good, man. It's like it's a little bit like chewy, like cheesy.
Yep.
What is it like? Ground beef or something? What's
Yeah.
that?
So we
Yeah.
got ground beef and Italian sausages. In there.
Oh,
yeah.
that's I can taste like the sausage
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Maybe a little more of the Italian sausage.
Gotcha.
But
Mm.
man, yeah, no, this is excellent.